Hello, my name is Bee, and happy belated holiday. This may be the first video of mine that I ever put up. It's not the first one that I've made, but it's the first one that I'm the most confident with, probably. And that is sharing some of the Christmas presents that I got this year. Usually my room is cleaner so I can film somewhere else, but right now my room is messy, so I'm just filming by my Christmas tree, which cannot light up because one of the lights is probably burnt out. I'm really bad at asking for and giving presents. I just can never figure out what somebody would want. People always say, oh, I looked at that and I thought of you, and I just never do that. I don't like to ask for presents either. When I was younger, I would do things like write a list to Santa and ask for shampoo because I was running low on shampoo. I'm just super excited because I got some cool things this year that I'm really happy about, so I thought that I would share them. Also, just like a preface to this, my sisters are aged 10, 13, and 16. It's bad that I can't remember their ages, but I can't. When we were little, my mom started something called sister gifts for each other. We ended up calling it sister gifts, and that just means that we make pretty much the exact same thing, like a homemade craft, for each of us for Christmas Eve day. It's kind of a fun tradition that is still held on to this day. So this year, for the sister gift that my 10-year-old sister gave me, this is a clipboard, and it is just probably a simple clipboard that you could get from Walmart, but it has these huge tape pieces on them. I don't know how they made this because it seems to be all taped on as if it was a big piece of paper, but it isn't tape because there are no pieces. It's almost as if a huge slab of tape was just put down. I don't know how this works, but on the back there's some more. This is just super duper simple, and I'm not saying they made great gifts, but also not saying that they didn't make great gifts. I'm just saying that this is an idea that you could do, I think. If you wanted something for maybe a teacher, you could just decorate a clipboard like this. I think it would be kind of a cute idea. So that's the first gift. I saw this on Pinterest before my oldest sister, who is 16, gave this to me. I was actually going to do this gift idea, and this is a knotted pillow. There are certain kinds of folding patterns that you can use with some long tubes of fabric. I think that she just sewed pieces of fabric together, and she gave me pink because, as is visible, pink is my favorite color, and it is kind of a cute idea. This is pretty hard. I think it is more decorative. It's not super duper comfortable to lay down on, but I think that if one used a little bit less stuffing on the inside and then made it so it was a bit less tight, I think that it could be a really comfy actual pillow. I thought this was really cute, so that's the second sister gift. This third one of the sister gift, which is by my sister who is 13, is a little heating pad. I think this is just super duper cute. I think that the fabric is really cute that she used, and she put some rice on the inside, and then of course you just heat it up and then you can use it as a heating pad. And she infused it somehow with peppermint. And usually with peppermint essential oil, at least with my experience with it, you need to use a tiny bit of it or else it'll smell way too strong, and it also has a weird sweet smell to it sometimes. And I have no idea what she used for this. Maybe she used crunched up candy canes or something, but this smells straight up like peppermint, just like the mint. It doesn't smell super duper sweet, it just smells really good, really Christmassy. I definitely can see myself using this in the future, and I feel like this is a really good homemade gift idea. It just smells really good. Is anybody else like me and get into the Christmas spirit after Christmas is over? Kind of after holidays are over, I always feel like the holidays. On Christmas, I didn't feel very Christmassy. I felt kind of Halloween-y on Christmas, and now I'm finally beginning to feel a bit more Christmassy right when Christmas is about to end. So I'm just trying to extend Christmas for a little bit longer in my brain. Okay, this next thing is kind of a weird one. Usually on Christmas Day, our stockings are filled with more toiletry types of stuff. And this year we got things like hairspray and some chocolates, and I wasn't really going to show anything from that because it's kind of pointless. It's not super interesting, but one thing that I found that is kind of strangely good is this, which is a shaving cream. It is from the brand Personal Care. I'm assuming that's just a drugstore brand somewhere. It sounds like it, but this smells really, really good. I feel like there aren't any shave creams that are above or below the rest. I feel like they're pretty much all equal in their ability to do what they're supposed to do. But this is the raspberry scent. This smells very, very good. It smells like raspberries. I don't know, it just smells so good, and I thought that I would mention it because if you want a shave cream that smells really good, this, I think, is a good option for that. Hopefully this isn't too weird for me to stand off to the side and give my Christmas tree half the camera, but Oh, and this is another thing that is also, I think, raspberry. It's also raspberry, which is this Icebreakers Ice Cubes gum, I usually am not the hugest fan of these kind of gum containers because I feel like you get not a lot for the money that you pay for them, but this tastes really good, and when I ate it the first time, it tasted like I was eating candy, which is kind of dangerous, but also is really fun. Okay, so the next thing that I got for Christmas is from my uncle, and it's this little calendar thing. It's kind of hard to explain. Woo! Inception. It is a calendar that goes for 50 years. How it works is turn the little part that's visible, and then you match up the month with the year that it is. So this year would be 2016, so I'm going to match up December with 2016 on this little top part, and then at the bottom it has the days of the week and it has numbers. So today's Tuesday, and it's the 27th, or I would know that it's the 27th, so then I'd see that it is Tuesday. It's kind of a cool idea, and it's kind of a fun thing to keep on your desk, and I can keep this until I am 68 because this calendar goes for 50 years, from 2016 to 2065, so I think that's kind of cool. I got this windshield and dash mount thing for my phone, which is of course pink, keeping with my theme for everything. That's kind of cool to me. I'm sorry if I'm like, blah, 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 blah. I'm probably gonna put pictures in this because I don't think anybody can see the products really with me holding them like all weirdly and with my iPhone camera and with bad lighting because it's nighttime. Yeah, this I think is useful, and I've always wanted to have one of these pretty much for taking pictures outside, which sounds really weird, but I don't know, I think that it would be kind of fun because then I could put up my phone and then I could take some pictures of the outside while this is holding my phone in place, and also then I could vlog in the car, maybe. I've tried to do so many vlogs so far and they haven't worked out at all, and I just get too afraid to put them up, but, you know, maybe someday. There will be some days that I definitely do want to vlog, though, because my next gift was one that I don't have in my hands, but is something that I'm going to do in the future. It was a little box by the Christmas tree, and it contained a puzzle. My sisters and I had to then put together this puzzle in the box, and then see what the gift was, but when we looked at some of the puzzle pieces, we kind of knew what was coming, but everybody refused to say anything until we had put together the whole puzzle, which took about an hour. So we put together all the pieces of the puzzle, and then it did show a bunch of pictures of my grandparents and their friends traveling in places like Germany and France. So then we guessed, okay, we're going on a trip to Germany and France. But at first we were just like, oh, we're traveling. And then they were like, as if we didn't get it yet. My grandparents from my mom's side are German, and they were going to take us on a trip to Germany and France. And I'm super excited about that. It's going to happen during the summertime, and I've never been out of the country except for Canada, so this is going to be a completely new experience for me. I want to do all the touristy things, plus just live a day in the life and see how it is to live in a different country, see all the little tiny differences that everybody has. I'm excited to learn about both countries. I'm excited to visit France because I've studied French for a while, and it would just be really cool to see all the things that I've seen in French class all the time. And I would like to go to Germany because it's where a lot of my ancestry is from, at least on one side. I'm half German overall, so it's gonna be kind of cool to see where my grandparents grew up a little bit before they had to leave when the war was happening. I think it's gonna be fun. I'm actually a lot more excited than I'm showing on the outside. I'm also incredibly nervous, but also very excited. It's gonna be really weird to fly across an ocean. It's just gonna be a fun experience, I think, overall. And I do really want to take videos of a lot of things. I want to vlog it, but I don't really like vlogging with my hand out like this, with my face, like, hey world, like look at my face. I want to more film what I'm doing, and I think that could be really fun. So yeah, I'm really excited about every aspect of this. So that is another gift, which is huge, and I'm so excited about. The next thing that I got that night is one of my favorite presents, actually, and it's this candle. Blue Corn Naturals Uplifting Lavender, Geranium, and Tangerine 100% pure beeswax aromatherapy candle. It doesn't ever say candle on this, but that's what this is. It says it uses pure essential oils. I used to have a ton of candles until I learned that paraffin candles are pretty bad for you, and that's what most candles are made out of. They're made out of paraffin wax, and usually the wicks also contain maybe some harsher bad chemicals for you, and even essential oils can be bad once they're combusted, you know, set on fire. So a lot of times, all around, all parts of candles pretty much can be bad for your breathing or your environment, but I really, really wanted some scented candles, so I thought that if I was still going to get some that is scented, maybe with some essential oils, at least I'll get ones that are beeswax and are really good ethically and for the environment. So I've been going and getting some candles, but they're pretty expensive, and there are not a lot of them that are scented, so I asked for some for Christmas, and then I got this one that I'm really excited about. It does smell pretty good. I think that even just the vibe of the candle is good, even if the smell isn't on point. Unfortunately, I don't think that it can be too on point if it isn't artificially made, but I think that it's worth it to have something that smells pretty natural and is pretty natural. I can definitely smell some citrus in the tangerine and maybe some geranium, but I can't really smell the lavender very much. It is a pretty big candle, and I think that it's going to last me for quite a while, so that's nice. I'm really glad now that I have another beeswax candle. The next thing that I got is a pair of over-ear headphones, and I am not a connoisseur of anything. I'm kind of an enthusiast. I am not a connoisseur of headphones. I do not know if these are really good quality, but to me, they seem pretty good and they do the job. So I like them. I wanted some good over-ear headphones. Not on-ear, but big enough to actually fit over your ear and make it so you don't have to have your ear being pushed down all the time, but also not have to stick something into your ear when you're listening. I'm pretty sure these are Bluetooth. Yeah, they're Bluetooth, so you can listen to music without using a cord, but I oftentimes like to use a cord just because I feel more comfortable that way. It almost feels more secure. Like, it's less likely that it's gonna all of a sudden break out of the Bluetooth and be playing loud. And I would say that these are pretty good quality. I mean, they do the job. They fit over my ears completely. They're not noise canceling, but they do block out a lot of noise. These are Cohen, I think the brand is, and I think that it said that they were E7. I don't know if these are good quality or not. I don't know if these are actually good, but to me they do seem to be pretty good. I'd recommend them. Again, I'm not a headphone connoisseur, but to my ears, they sound really good. I also got this bubble bath, lavender and chamomile bubble bath by the brand Silk, I think. This is probably also something that is drugstore. I got on Christmas Day, so again, it's the one that Santa supposedly brought, so I don't think I will ever know. But this smells really good to me. It smells like lavender and chamomile. It smells pretty strong, even though the bubbles don't last for a long time. They do last for a little bit. They create that novelty, and then they kind of disappear into the water, and then you have some really nice smelling lavender and chamomile water. So I think that's kind of worth it. I'm guessing is pretty cheap. I don't know that for sure, but again, I don't know where this is from at all. So I would say that maybe for the price, this would be a good idea because it is pretty big. Also, I've been really into flower scents lately. For the second half of the year, I've been really into flowery scents, so this lavender bubble bath is really good for that. Keeping with the bath theme, I have these Art Naturals bath bombs called Nature's Burst Organic and Moisturizing. They come in a box that looks like this, and they have little descriptions on the back for what each one is for. And when you open the box, they look like this. I would say that all of these smell the same. I don't know if they're supposed to smell different, and I don't know if that's because they've been sitting in the same box for a while, but to me they all smell the same. And they do work pretty well as a bath bomb. I was hoping that it would be super duper fizzy, like a Lush one, because I think other ones seem to stay at the top and not go to the bottom of the bathtub immediately, but these do, but they still fizz a lot. I did the one that is called Strength. It's supposed to be good for muscle and joint relaxation. I tried it out to see if it would work. It kind of worked, I guess, but I feel like that a bath always does that for me. I didn't really see anything different than what a regular bath gives me in that sense. There are a lot of other types in here. Energize, Yoga, Wellness, Cozy Night, and Zen. So they all are for different things. They smell very soapy and very clean, maybe a bit flowery, but they don't smell like anything in particular. But I still think that they're pretty fun, so I'm excited about these. I think this is the last thing that I got, and this is the Fuji, I don't remember what it's called, Fujifilm FinePix XP95. It's a camera, it is waterproof. It says that it can connect to Wi-Fi, which is awesome, and you can upload pictures with Wi-Fi, and it takes video and pictures. I don't know about the quality of this, I haven't put it on my computer yet, but the pictures do look like they're pretty good quality. I don't really know about the video. I feel like that whenever I take a video of myself using this, I've tried multiple times, it looks really strange. I think that I might put in some footage of me on the same day using this camera versus using my phone, and you can see how different I seem to look. I think this is a pretty good camera for pictures, and I'm planning on using it a lot for maybe blog posts and also for taking pictures on the trip that I'm going to take. It'll be good because then I won't use up a ton of space on my phone all the time when I'm taking a lot of video, but I mostly will then be using this to take pictures, so I'm excited about that. Okay, so that was my last present, and so wraps up my first maybe real video that will ever go up. I have a blog that I've been writing for a little bit, not that long at all, but I'm planning on writing it a lot more if I can. I'm going to be going back to school soon, so that might be a little bit strange. I don't really know how well it's going to work yet, but I'm writing on that if you want to look at that. I will see you later. Be out.